Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Okay. Okay. There's a baby in there, guys. Yeah, right here.
It's been a few weeks since our last pregnancy update. We are now at week 20. Do not bother to look for weeks in between the last pregnancy vlog and this one. I realize it's not exactly as descriptive as it could be, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying and what Diana is about to tell you.
Let's start off with the most important thing. We found out the gender. I was extremely shocked. The very first dream I had when I found out I was pregnant was me and this little toddler, and it was the gender of what the baby is, and we were just sitting on a rock, and I was thinking back to this dream the other day, and it made me tear up because it was just so funny how I kind of knew, but everyone kept telling me what they thought it was going to be, so I think it made me change my mind after a while. But it's still very early, so it could change. You never know. Your brother had that happen. Still feeling shortness of breath. I get very easily winded, and I wonder if that has to do with my allergies too, because I was telling Chris the other day, I don't remember my allergies being this horrible. I was like, whoa, I don't think I could do this again next year. But he made a good point. He said it probably has to do with the pregnancy, like with the headaches and just feeling just clogged up and miserable. And I have been burping a lot. I mean, like every 5 minutes sometimes. Even when I'm sleeping, I feel myself burping. But it's kind of like a bubble that goes up and down, up and down. And if I don't get it out, I don't feel as comfortable.
I'm kind of hoping that you're going to burp in the middle of this video, because that makes you a lot more fun to be around.
Yeah. I've never burped that much. It's kind of fun. I'm like, was that me? Oh, I'm feeling it a little less, but about a week ago, I felt very hard, pelvic pressure and almost pain. Like I could almost feel the baby sitting on my pelvic area. And I would just hold up my tummy, and sometimes that would help. And I think that also contributes to me urinating very frequently. I mean, sometimes every 30 minutes during the night.
Last night it was 3 times within a half hour.
Yeah, and that was, I still went more than that. And if I hold it too long, it gets painful. So I just need to go. When I need to go, I'll just go. And I'm still very forgetful. I'm noticing I'm writing things down a lot more, even the simplest things. While cooking too, I'll have to write down things and use timers because I will forget. On certain days, I can eat the smallest things, like a little bundle of grapes, and I just feel so full, like uncomfortably full. And some days it's not as bad. And then the appetite is still a little off and on. Some days I can eat anything and everything sounds delicious, and on other days, nothing sounds good. Like nothing, not even a piece of fruit. So I kind of have to force myself to eat whatever kind of sounds appetizing. A new symptom, I don't know if this has to do with the pregnancy, but I have like really tender back here, right at the base of my head where my spine meets my head. That little spot about this big. I barely touch it, and it just feels extremely tender. I put some ice on it this morning. It's been about 2 days. Any daddy symptoms, cravings?
Bacon?
I haven't really been craving much. My socks look really funny.
They look like socks, baby. Not really a part of the pregnancy vlog, but still very entertaining.
Yeah. I think this week is the first week I actually feel pregnant, because before I just felt like I had just gained weight, just kind of gaining weight, but I actually look down and see a bump and feel tightness. So I feel pregnant now. Yay! I believe the baby's the size of a papaya. Papaya sounds good. Say, you're so pregnant. And it's really tight, right? You touched it. No movements, although while they were doing the ultrasound, I did feel little flutters, and I think that was a baby moving. But she was pushing pretty hard because the baby was hiding behind my belly button and crossing its little legs. And I really want to tell them the gender.
I know.
So we came up with a deal that if we hit 1,000 patrons, that we will announce the gender. And depending on if the patrons want us to make it public or just to them, whatever. But I want to tell somebody, even if it's one person.
Well, we have told family. We're
Yeah.
not, keeping everything a secret. But Diana came up with the idea of hitting 1,000 patrons, and then at that point, the patrons can decide whether or not we could make the gender public. The patrons go an extra mile to support us, so in return, we're going an extra mile to support them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other good ideas swimming around in there?
No, I forgot them already.
Do you have any other good ideas swimming around in there?
No.
So firm.
Yeah, it is. It's really, I feel it. It's tight. Tight.
You could be a trampoline.
Don't poke it, baby. What if it's sleeping? It sleeps now.
That's news to me.
You don't want it to sleep?
I don't mind that it sleeps. I'm hoping that it sleeps when it's here with us, walking around and running around.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I'm making myself itch. Yeah, sometimes my back itches. So I've just been putting extra oil back there. But I still put on the daily oil on my tummy after I shower. This is how I feel, and this is how I look. Feel. Look. I just can't stop rubbing it. Go to sleep. Can you tell I'm pregnant?
Yes.
I mean, if you saw me and I was a stranger, would you think I was pregnant?
I would not say anything. Diana's in the other room taking a nap, so I thought I would give you some fatherly thoughts, at least things that I've been thinking about as a daddy-to-be. And I know there are a lot of fathers out there. Certainly I have my own father still out there, and I know there's a lot of advice that you could give to us as new parents, me as a father-to-be, and I appreciate any kind of thoughts that you might share with me. Certainly I don't expect to be a perfect parent. I don't know if anybody really is, and that's okay. We're human. But the thing I've been thinking about most in the most recent weeks has been, how the hell am I going to child-proof this home? Even before I get to child-proofing, baby-proofing, gates. That's my only answer. Gates. A lot of gates. I would say locks, but I don't know if shutting every door around here is practical. And then we gotta figure out what the hell's going on with the baby's room. The walls are already painted. It's yellow. It's been that way for quite some time. A bright, neutral color. We both happen to like that for the baby's room. And I do believe we've added to our baby registry, which we have not made public as of yet, a set of darker stained furniture. Espresso. Diana picked it out, but I happen to like the name Espresso. Go figure. I know we have to move some of the stuff out of the room, so we're going to have to find new places for the stuff. If we don't get rid of the stuff, we got to get new stuff. We got to figure out where we're going to put existing stuff, and then beyond the baby room, the rest of the home, and it's not overwhelming yet. It's just that I know I need to start taking care of some of those details because they're not going to take care of themselves. Diana's doing all the hard work here, gestating. Me? Well, I guess it's my job to sweat the details. I placed the camera lens directly on top of Diana's belly. She hasn't woken up yet. You can't really tell what's going on, but I think you may be able to see the baby if you squint. maybe not. Hell, it was worth trying.